Hello again, YouTube! This is Dr. Kendo here for a special Scribblenauts Unlimited object editor commentary, and you can see that not only do I have video on right now, but I am with the Task Force 5. So, all around me is Joo Do, the Crimson Knight,
What up?
Steph of Anime,
Yo.
and Wally Win.
Yo.
And so we are just kind of watching this. You know, I had to prepare this because we're all at PAX East right now. So, Steph of Anime and Joo Do just got here a while ago today, and so we are all here. And what better way to kind of celebrate our being together for the first time in person, all of us in one place, but than making us in Scribblenauts.
Yeah.
So that's it. That's the Task Force 5 is who we are creating. So I guess we should give a little bit of background, guys, is that, you know, that's probably appropriate. So the Task Force 5, of course, is the YouTube channel that encompasses these 5 people. And we started it about, what was it, 2 years ago?
Yeah.
So we have crazy videos, we'll have annotations and all that good stuff throughout this. But anybody got any guesses of who we are creating right here, right now on screen?
Kendo.
Yeah.
And so we started off with John Woff. You can see the name up there at the top if you want to get the spelling of that. That was the source object. Using mica, that's the same head actually as my avatar, but we used the legs of mica right there. And then the 2 arms over there are glum. That's one of Maxwell's brothers. We use those arms specifically with a checker pattern because it's this Dr. Kendo wristband design here of black and white wristbands. And of course, if you anybody that knows the Task Force 5, we're kind of getting the artwork from the drawing. I drew it, Steph of Anime colored it.
Yeah.
And so that's sort of the basis for the channel art of Task Force 5, so that's what we're doing, the characters, you know, the designs, I guess, based off of. Now, everybody here, remember I approached you saying we don't have the bottom halves of our bodies in those drawings, so it was like I had nothing to really go off of for that, so I just sort of had to ask everybody, what would you wear? Would you wear pants, shorts, a skirt, you know? I don't know if Wally's gonna wear a skirt, you know. Yeah. I'm just kidding, of course.
Gotta stay with the trends.
So my shirt on the drawing could have said DK, but the reason that I made a little R in the drawing, and then of course in Scribblenauts here, is because DK is obviously Donkey Kong, right? So it would look a lot like Donkey Kong. So that's why there's a little R in Scribblenauts. That's made up with a dot for the round part of the R.
Which
and
I
then,
think was really clever, by the way.
Oh,
think
thank
it's really
you.
Awesome.
Because that was going to be hard to get stamp space the way that we're doing this object, because Scribblenauts Unlimited, of course, has a stamp limit, meaning you can only put so many pieces of your, you know, creation together. So anyway, that was a dot for the round part of the R, and then 29-page library arm shapes from the 20th page in the top right corner. Those are the 2 little legs, I guess, of the R. And so same thing with the eyebrows. That was 29-page library arm shapes, bottom part of the 20th page right there, and the nose, of course.
Aww.
So Dr. Kendo's coming together. Weird little nose. I was actually thinking my nose needed to be a little bit more Jewish and bent in the drawing of me, so it's this is a little bit more accurate probably. The eyes, the white part of the eyes is the tail end of a worm in this game, and the golf ball is the blue part of my eyes, and pimple is the black part of the eyes. And we just put down a cannoli for that little smile. Steph, you'll probably remember when you colored it and everything, my smile does not have the teeth on it on the artwork. That was something I added for this because when I thought about myself, I always smile with my teeth, you know, in real life. So I don't ever smile with, you know, so yeah, that was why I did it. Notice the facial hair is here, Steph. I also had a facial hair on the drawing, and so I wanted to add that in Scribblenauts. That's 29-page library arm shapes, but the main part was a stitch. You know, like the stitches, like for
That's so
like
smart.
an injury or whatever. So like I have stitches on my chin, but
It's perfect.
so this is just scripting. We didn't go super crazy with scripting here, but yeah, that was one thing is everybody else is going to be a hero, so everybody reacts to you guys as heroes, but y'all have designated me the leader, and I guess it's appropriate. I mean,
Against your will.
sometimes. Other times I love it. Yeah. But anyway.
That's what we want him to say.
They have a gun to me right now in my head. So there we go. We can name it now. Dr. Kendo. Don't touch me. So I'm just kidding. So anyway, that was Dr. Kendo. We will see everybody a little bit later on, but we're just kind of getting these last sort of touches in, you know, before we move on to the next task force member.
Looks perfect. Yes.
But as I was,
good.
oh, thank you so much. That's me. I always wear red shoes. You know, back. I mean, I guess I don't wear them a whole lot anymore, CK, but you used to see me all the time wearing the red Converse. But anyway, we're going on to our next task force member. So we'll start off with this little Justin Bieber-looking person. Veronica Kirsten is the name of the source object. These are 5th Cell developers.
Oh my God.
As you can tell by the green shirt coming on.
It's gotta be Wally.
This would be Steph of Anime. So, Steph, your favorite color is green. We all sort of have our favorite colors or favorite colors-ish associated with our outfits for Task Force. And so, the arm right there for Steph right now is Kenpo. That's one of Maxwell's brothers. Yes, it sounds like Kendo. Everybody puts that connection together. But, yeah, so that was that because, Steph, you have gloves. I put gloves on you, these white gloves on your character. And so that was actually the reason for that. And to make your skirt, I decided to give you a skirt. We put down a gelatin. So,
sweet.
For God's sake, what we could do for that. So, tasty skirt there. So then on the body, I guess part right here for the main torso, we added a glow stick because this is supposed to be like you're wearing like a sweater, and that's like the bottom of the sweater line right there. So that's why the glow stick sort of has that like strange spiderwebby pattern, I guess. It's just supposed to be like a sweater piece right there. So this is interesting for the head choice. If you type in Mark Morocco, Mark, that how this version is? Yeah. And then go to the female version of that character. Some of the devs have a female version of them, even if they're male, or the opposite.
Oh, interesting.
And so that was Mark Morocco, the female head. And the legs are for a girl, but you see me typing in girl over and over again. You want that specific girl. So we're looking for that specific girl for the legs right there. Because the other girls have different designs. There's like 5 or 6 different girls. So now we're going to get the little white part for your eyes right there, which is a goldfish, the bottom fin of a goldfish. And so that will come together, of course, when you add in the dots and colors and whatnot. Because right now you just sort of look like a crazy cat or something. But once everything... crazy cat lady. So dot, of course, for the eyes, the colored part right there. And a pimple for the pupil.
Smart.
The black part. And so this always looks wonky to me when I'm positioning the eyes because you might look cross-eyed for a second, and I'm always like, I hope people don't think I'm gonna end up like this. It's gonna look right in the end. So a dot for your little nose and a mango spear is what we use for the mouth.
Always have the best objects.
Or some random, like who would think?
Like how does he find them?
I know.
Just
Mango
like
spend hours studying.
It's crazy.
This will remain a secret. But anyway, Steph is obsessed with pins.
I
pins
am.
and buttons
it's really
and things.
Bad.
So that's why her drawing actually, I put a pin in there, and Steph just colored it a dark green color. So that in Scribblenauts is a ball that we put down there for the pin, and whiskers, the eyelashes.
Perfect.
So put a bunch of eyelashes. I know Steph wanted a bunch of them.
I like
And
eyelashes.
it looks good. I like it. So here's the scripting again, the properties editor. So I gave us a ton of health. That's a lot of health for Scribblenauts characters.
Yes.
And so everybody has virtually the same movement speed, but like I, for example, run the fastest, I think, and like I think Wally and CK are the second fastest. I can't remember who's. I don't know.
I'm pretty slow.
The running wasn't super important. But we're also scripted to, of course, become brave whenever we get attacked. In this game, in Scribblenauts, if something gets attacked, it'll often run away, so that's why that's a good script. So you saw that you were a hero as your kind of what people react to you as, so everybody in Scribblenauts reacts to her as a hero.
Yay!
And that's sort of, Wally, weren't you saying, we look like superheroes when I submitted the task force drawing?
Yes.
Yeah. So, what do you know? We're going with Veronica Kirsten again for a source object for our next task force member.
Ooh.
Who might that be? So we're going to take Rosemary Caird for the arms right now, those arm pieces, and I guess we'll reveal it before it really comes in, but you see the shirt's getting purple. Here we go. We got Joo Do.
Yes.
So you are being created here, and the reason that we turned the legs really tiny, if y'all were curious about that on some of the other creations, is Scribblenauts has a sort of thing where the object will sink into the ground if you remove the legs completely. And so you actually want to make the legs not visible when you put on new legs on your character, but you want to keep the old ones existing so it doesn't sink into the ground.
Oh, perfect.
Joo Do, the cool thing is that's a gamer for the head.
Yes.
You type in gamer and just go to the female gamer, and that's the head. You'll see why this was even more perfect in a second, but the legs were Emma Gross.
Oh my gosh, that's awesome.
This is a sphinx. We took the back leg of a sphinx, and that's going to be for the mask. Joo Do is one of my favorite artwork designs from the Task Force drawings because I made her actually have, like the mask and the superhero type stuff, whereas we just look like normal people, Like, Wally looks buff as hell, and I have, like, Super Saiyan hair, but, I mean... other than that, this is why I thought the gamer hair was perfect, because we put down a scorpion's like piece of a tail from a scorpion coming out for that curve on the gamer's thing.
Yeah.
So if you notice in the drawing of Joo Do's mask, her hair comes over part of the mask and it's sticking out through her hair. So that was a good way to sort of do that.
That is
So,
awesome.
Yes.
Joo Do, do you know what that is kind of there below your neck hanging on your shirt?
The lovely little Sour Patch.
Yeah, so it's, of course, intended to be a Sour Patch Kid, but, Scribblenauts,
I
love it.
Don't worry.
Scribblenauts, you don't have the exact stamps all the time, and so that was sort of what I thought was best. You could also use a doll, probably, but it's a teddy bear. That was what I put down there, but Joo Do also, her drawing has a necklace with a little Sour Patch Kid, because
Sour Patch Crew.
Joo Do and Wally win. They love Sour Patch Kids, and they are the Sour Patch Crew, so... You can see it all coming together. The mouth is 29-page library, arm shapes, the dot for the nose, like we did with Steph's nose, and then dots for eyes, the colored part of the eyes, and pimple again for the black pupil. And so, again, it's all coming together. That same sort of principle of, is it going to be cross-eyed, is it not? Hopefully
Yes.
that's probably close to what it's going to end up like, but...
Aw, it looks so great.
Yes.
And
So
Jess,
perfect.
we're giving you some eyelashes too.
Me too.
Eyelashes.
The beautiful ladies are gonna have their lady eyes. So very nice. Just kind of getting the last little bit of things here.
Gotta
There
get my
we go.
smirk right.
Yes, I think Joo Do was proud when I drew her with a smirk rather
Yeah.
than a teeth smile or anything else. Like Joo was like, I do kind of smirk, So
Perfect.
we'll do
Time
the
to give the OP
Yep.
health.
OP health again. You got the same amount of health as Steph.
Yes.
Of course, when you two combine,
Yes.
Jess and Steph equals Jeff.
Aw,
so
yeah.
that's you guys are gonna have a lot of the same scripting and things.
But of course.
And so
Sweet.
I think Jomo's 1 point faster than Steph. Sorry. Sorry, Steph.
The betrayal.
Yep.
It's
so-
okay, let's be real. You would probably win in this race. I would trip over myself trying to run after you. I would trip and fall on my face.
We're gonna be testing this tomorrow at PAX. So
Do a race.
yes,
Although,
we
if
will.
it comes to looking for someone, I will run like the wind.
That's true. So this next creation is gonna be for the lovely Wally Win. We started off with a curator. Wally is tired as hell. He's like, yeah. So a curator out of all things. It was because the curator had that tie, Wally, and I drew you with the tie looking all fancy.
Oh.
He's got a vet as the head.
my
So
God.
that's a veterinarian. Wally.
Wow,
And
Wally.
so there he is. Who would have known Wally would have a vet's head? Very nice. But we kept the curator's legs on there, which is great. Tim Borelli, that's the name of this guy. We're taking his funky little arms here. They look,
Buff.
yeah, Wally.
Oh my god.
You are buff. Man.
Yeah, Wally is an Adonis. Anyway,
Yes.
so the reason I actually drew Wally not only so buff and everything is he's got the male model thing, but I was sort of basing your design on Green Lantern, Wally, when I
Ooh.
drew it. And so there was a pose of Green Lantern actually doing what you were doing where you're flexing.
Nice.
And there was some muscles, and I thought that would be really cool for Wally, is make him all muscular and
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Green Lantern-like. So we will get back to some more muscularness in just a second, but out of all things, a clown nose is his fists right
Sweet.
there. And this sort of white part of his eyes is a black mamba. We've used this stamp before for, I think, the eyes in other creations and whatnot in this series. A nose for the nose. Makes
Aw.
sense. A pearl, Steph would love that because it's the anime sparkly,
Yes, it's so
sparkly
cute.
eyes.
Oh, Wally, you're so kawaii.
Wally. So
Aw,
then,
that's so cute. Oh my gosh,
so
I
then
love it.
Wally's gonna have a jellyfish upper tentacle piece for the mouth.
This is how I want Wally to look at the road.
Yeah.
Cute eyes.
Yes.
So Pimple is gonna be, of course, once again for the pupil or black part of the eyes. So, well, it's coming together. We
You're
put
so cute. I love it. MVP.
we put a dot there for your tie. When you color the curator, it actually covers up that top part of the tie where it sort of all is bunched up together. So I had to put a dot over that to make it still whitish silvery for your tie. Wally has the most health you can have because Wally is our buff strong man.
Yes.
He's a hero. He's going to deny it, but he's a hero. And we gave him some pretty good move speed here in the 40-somethings. Nice. And so the other scripting that I did was on the behavior tab. You can uncheck a box that says the object you're creating will inherit the source object's like characteristics. And I just didn't know
Those
if...
abs, Wally.
Yeah, this is what we're adding now. It's, Wally's chiseled.
Yes.
He's got like an 8-pack. No, no. Wally's chiseled muscles right there. So that was the last touch. Those were 29-page library arms for Wally's ab muscles.
Oh,
Yes.
yes.
All right, so we've only got one member left.
I wonder who could be.
No
So
clue.
No.
What?
it would
No,
be
there's only 4 members.
Yeah,
Yeah.
four members of Task Force 5.
the task force.
Yeah, we're making Mrs. Kendo, right?
Of course.
So Tyler Johnson was the source object, of course, for the Crimson Knight. And Mark Morocco, which we had actually the female version for Steph's head. Well, the
Whoa.
male version is for CK's head.
Wow.
No connections.
Illuminati.
Illuminati confirmed. And you've got a cat tail. Not the plant, a cat tail, but like the actual cat, a cat's tail. You can grab that from the 29-page library, or you can just type in cat tail. That's for your mouth. We're going to add a little bit more to the mouth right now, which is 29-page library arm shapes, which are also your eyebrows up there, CK. And you share the white eye part with me. You've got the tail end of a worm for the white right there. Now, CK's eyes are beautiful and blue, and so we made them a deep blue, and they have a little sparkle. So
Aww.
2 shades of blue, meaning 2 dots that are one dark color blue, one kind of normal color blue. And then pimples were not only the shine in the eye, but of course the pupil as well. So looks like it's all come together.
Yes.
What knightly characteristics?
know.
So
That's pretty good.
of course we can, we could have stopped there, but I figured you guys would want to see the task force. Not only you guys, but
Yes.
you viewers out there would want to see the task force in action.
Of course.
So
Andrew.
after we sort of get CK's boots, I didn't want him to have white shoes. So there he is.
Yeah,
We
no, got some good boots.
gave him some
Yeah.
nice old brown boots
Sweet.
there. So last minute things, last minute adjustments, and I'm just sort of waiting for this. Oh yeah, okay. Everybody has this script on their behavior tab. I just wanted to do it once so we didn't have to see it every time. But basically you're scripted. We are each scripted to protect each other if we get attacked.
Aw.
So the script is protect protectors because you're all heroes, right?
Nice.
So a hero is classified under the general category in Scribblenauts as a protector.
Oh.
And so we are all scripted to protect each other.
Aw, we're so
if there is
cute.
battle.
So kawaii.
So there we are. Now we're
Aw.
not standing still anymore. So the best thing would be...
Blocking CK.
Yeah.
Jumbo's like, no, we can't,
No.
can't see him. It's not Steph's doing it.
No, bro. No,
So,
bro.
So I
I
thought,
swear you did that on purpose.
why not put
I
our...
know, right?
Why not put our hero powers to the test here, and we will fight some evil enemy. It was easy enough, right? She's got a gun, and we
Steph was the
still.
first one to go
So
out.
notice how, notice how.
Woo!
And Steph, I've been waiting for this moment. One time during a Teen Titans commentary, which you guys were all on with me, you said, "Fight me at PAX, bro."
Fight me
And I
at
said,
PAX!
"We are at PAX,
Yes!
and we are fighting."
There we go.
Guys.
So now I dropped down a crazy evil Illuminati guy, and did you notice we all just ran up to him and started smacking him because he attacked me? So you guys all came to
Of
my
course.
defense. So
Woo!
that was great.
Awesome.
So again, just kind of to end off that, we'll see the comparison images on screen here for the Task Force art compared to the Scribblenauts art. But just to sort of end off, I just want to say to everybody out there, of course, check out Task Force 5. This is
Do it.
not only a cool creation, but we get to plug sort of our videos that we make.
Yes.
They're crazy multiplayer, usually videos, and hilarity ensues. And so there will be annotations.
Yeah,
kind
check
of,
it out.
Yes.
Yeah, before we end off the video. And see, you had that sweater part on you.
Yeah,
Did you
yeah,
notice
yeah,
that?
Yeah. That was
And there's Wally's chiseled abs. You see it?
Yeah.
Trying to get them details.
Perfect. Everything came out awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, it came out really good.
Epic.
Nice.
Very, very well.
Yes.
Yeah.
Very cool. So, we will end it off there. Please check out the annotations, though.
Do it or
and
fight me at PAX.
Everybody can say whatever they want to just say bye or peace, love, and
Thanks
Peace,
for
love, and
watching.
hippos.
So thanks for viewing, and thanks for viewing.
And down the road of twists and turns, always anxious to see what's within. We can look ahead to the point of no return, to the rest of our lives with the spectacle begins. I've been down the road of twists and turns, always anxious to see what's within. We can look ahead to the point of no return, to the rest of our lives with the spectacle begins.